Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a new year and as per usual, beginning of the year everyone tries to do a challenge, which is great. Usually hair challenges, fitness challenges, Bible challenges, reading challenges, there are quite a lot. However, in the context of hair, I thought I'd talk about why your hair is not growing. And the reason why I want to talk about that is because if, for instance, you are going to start a hair challenge and you haven't gone to the root cause of what is happening to your hair challenge might not be effective. So I thought I'd do this video to help you, because I've noticed a couple of things with my hair that were very problematic and I was able to remedy it. That was simply because I had to go to the root cause of the situation. So yeah, if you want to know why your hair might not be growing, please keep on watching, but don't think I've forgotten. I mean, if you are going to watch this whole video, might as well subscribe. It's not hurting you, it's benefiting me one way or the other. So yeah, please subscribe, comment and like. So if you are in a situation right now where you realize that your hair is not growing, or you have been a natural for 5 years and your hair is still, you know, quite short, nothing wrong with short hair, but sometimes a lot of people don't go back to the root cause to find out, okay, what am I doing wrong? Where am I going wrong? Last year I had a serious issue with my hair, my ends breaking. So I didn't see the growth that I usually see, and my hair grows quite quickly, but I didn't see the growth that I normally see. And then I decided to look back at how I used to moisturize my hair when I started this natural hair journey versus how I am doing things at that time. And I realized that water was something that I had started neglecting, and instead I was relying on leave-in conditioners. So that's where I realized that, okay, maybe let me go back to water first before I moisturize, before I put on a hair butter and an oil, and then let's see how this is going to be. And another thing that I realized is that I had stopped sealing my hair. I mean, we all know how important sealing your hair is. So I had stopped sealing my hair. So those are the two things that I had stopped doing. And when I realized that, okay, I need to now go back to that, and I started doing it consistently, my hair went back to normal. Sure, I had already lost a lot of ends and yeah, but at least I knew that, okay, I've mitigated the issue that was causing my hair to be at this state. Okay, and the second thing is protective styling. How often do you protective style? Protective styling is great, it's amazing, you should do it, but the issue is that some people overdo it. So you'll be protective styling back to back, and that means you are pulling on your hair and you are obviously styling your hair if you have braids, for instance, or you have cornrows or whatever, faux locks. All of these styles are amazing and they're great, and I have done them except for locks. I haven't done those yet. I don't know if I'll do it, but yeah. But the issue is that people style their hair so often that they don't realize that it's actually making your hair go back to a negative state instead of go forward, grow and flourish. Okay, there are different types of protective styles. You have a low manipulation style, which is something as simple as this. If, for instance, I keep this hairstyle for the next week, it's not gonna happen, but if I would keep this hair for the next week, that's a low manipulation style, which means that during that week all I am doing is just making sure that I am brushing this hair and, you know, moisturizing here and there, but I'm not manipulating it and combing it and doing all those things on a daily basis. Whereas a medium to high manipulation style, it's your braids, your cornrows, things that will stay from 4 weeks till longer, some 2 weeks till longer. So when it comes to protective styling in general is very great, but the way in which you do it could be problematic to your hair. So if you do braids, for instance, and you are not washing your hair while you have braids at least every 2 weeks, you are not conditioning your hair at least every 2 weeks while you are under braids, your hair is under braids, then unfortunately at some stage your hair is going to break, or there will be some issues with your hair. And if you have a protective style, you still need to take care of your hair, wash your hair, condition your hair, moisturize your hair, just to make sure that your hair is still being taken care of. Another thing is that some people protective style back to back. So you protective style now for, let's say, a month, and then you undo your hair, you get it washed at the salon or you do it yourself. 2 days later, you now have another high manipulation style or protective style. And I mean, when does your hair breathe? And the one thing that will suffer quite a lot, your edges, because you are constantly pulling. And even when you have your protective style, you are not supposed to tie your hair up all the time. Once in a while it's fine, but it shouldn't be tight, because you are really putting a lot of stress on your edges, and when your edges say bye, they might be gone for good. So please take note of that. So the third thing that I've learned when it comes to hair issues is how often are you combing or finger detangling. These little babies, that's what I use most of the time to actually handle my hair. One thing that I have stopped doing, and luckily I stopped this a while ago, because I knew that the more you comb your hair, the more you are putting it into unnecessary stress, and it's easier for your hair to break. So I usually finger detangle, finger comb, and that has really helped me to make sure that my hair is not breaking as often. Even though I use a wide tooth comb, I don't have any small thin bristled comb. I just have a wide tooth comb. And if you are someone that's always combing your hair because you want your hair to always look sleek, stop doing it. Try by all means that you only comb your hair, for instance, once a week when you are about to wash it or when you are detangling. And even so, when you are detangling, you are supposed to start with your fingers and detangle thoroughly. How often are you detangling your hair? Do you just take a comb and you go right in, or are you starting with detangling your hair first and then you can go in with the comb? So detangle your hair. After a protective style, spray your hair with water, and that makes your hair a bit softer, and it just plumps up your hair follicles, and it makes it easier for you to actually work through your hair. And then you can detangle. And the last thing, the reason why your hair might not be growing, is something that I went through at some point, is if you are scissor happy. Scissor happy, it means that you just like cutting your hair. Every time you see that, ooh, my ends look a bit weird, let me snip that part off. Obviously, if you're doing that often, you are not going to see any growth. So stop cutting your hair. Usually, a lot of people recommend that you only cut when you see split ends, but split ends can be quite often. So I would say cut your hair at least once or twice a year. I mean, it is up to you, but the more you cut your hair, the less you are going to see any growth. So it is rather best to cut your hair once or twice a year, so that you can actually see the improvement and the growth of your hair, and then you can now make sure that it's healthy and whatnot. I am more of a health over length type of person when it comes to my hair. The reason why I am more for health is because length is a given. I mean, if you are taking care of your hair properly, you are doing everything that you are supposed to do for your hair, length is a given. But yeah, those are my tips. If your hair is not growing, try to see the root cause, and then try to see what else can you now do to mitigate whatever issues that your hair may be going through. So yeah, I hope this video helped someone, because I've realized that a lot of people don't necessarily want to take a lot of time to understand their hair, and then when their hair goes south, it's like, but girl. So try to see what the issues are and why and what you can do to mitigate that. And if it was helpful, you know, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. You know, YouTubers, they always say, you know, it's somewhere there. It's on the right, it's somewhere there. It's the red button that's written subscribe. Just click on it. That's all. Anyway, thank you. See you on the next video. Quick. I thought I'd come back and let y'all know that I am currently doing a growth challenge. So I'm currently doing a growth challenge that I started beginning of this year on the 1st of January, and I am going to share maybe in like a month's time, no, in 2 months time, I'll share when I share on how that is going. The reason why I want to share a bit later is because I just want to see if the method I am doing is actually working. So yeah, before I share it. But so far I'm enjoying it. I'm realizing certain things are getting better. For instance, my edges are better than they used to be. This part especially. Traffic! Keep quiet. Thank you. Anyway, so this part was quite a problem not so long ago, but now it's filling up quite nicely, and I hope that it stays like that and it behaves. So yeah, that was a huge problem for me, and that was because of pulling and tagging from protective styling last year. So now we're getting somewhere. On this side, I think the area was here, but it's now much better. It's getting there. We'll see what else is gonna happen, but yeah, this is much better and I'm so happy. So I'm going to insert what's the current length of my hair. Basically with this one, you can see it on my, this is the back side of my hair, and that is on my collarbone, just below my collarbone. I don't have a measuring tape, so I'm not really measuring how long it is. Maybe I should have used a measuring tape, but anyway. And then the next part is the side of my hair, and it barely touches my collarbone. It's barely there, but it's there. And then the last part is it's the hair right above my forehead, and that one is just on my chin. So just from this I realized as well that my hair could have been longer than it is, but I played myself last year, and I learned the hard way, and so now it's a new year, new me. Okay, now thanks.